What is up, YouTube? Back in Madden 23. Today we're going to be rebuilding or doing like a retool of the Kansas City Chiefs. Trying to see if we can get them back to the Super Bowl. We got Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, obviously one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, if not the best. 96 overall superstar X Factor. Running back, we got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and we got Ronald Jones. Probably just going to leave Edwards-Helaire starting running back. I put Juju Smith-Schuster as the number one receiver because I think that between him and McCole Hardman, that Juju's a better number one overall because he's a bigger guy. McCole Hardman's only like 5'10", 180 pounds. And then wide receiver 3, we got Valdez-Scantling coming over from the Green Bay Packers, free agency, and also they have Josh Gordon. Offensive line's looking pretty dang good. Right tackle's a kind of an issue, but should be all right for now. We got Travis Kelce, probably the best tight end in the NFL right now. 98 overall, superstar X Factor. Defense is where we have a little bit of issues. We got Nick Bolton at middle linebacker. He's a 79 overall star dev. And then outside linebackers are pretty much question marks for right now. We got a free agency pickup, Reed, coming over from the Houston Texans, Justin Reed. Trying to help out with the safety position. I mean, they see they have some problems on their defense, so they already started addressing it by taking McDuffie in the first round at cornerback, and then also Carl Laftis in the first round at defensive end. They both have hidden devs, and they're both like 75, 77 overall, so they are aware that they have these issues in real life, and they're trying to fix them. We still got Juan Thornhill at safety over here, 79 overall star dev. We got Lewis Snead at 82 overall star dev, and then we got Fenton, 78 overall normal dev at third corner. Defensive tackle, Chris Jones, obviously a beast. He's a 91 overall superstar X Factor. Should be helping us out a lot on this defensive line. And then we have Nadi at defensive tackle 2. We still got Frank Clark at right end. He's going down in overall, and he's only a normal dev. He was a beast for a couple of years in real life, but I guess it's starting to catch up to him. See, he's 29 years old, so he's only going to get worse. And Madden terms, when you're 28 years old and older, you start falling off pretty fast in Madden. And then I'm going to go ahead and start Carl Laftis at left end over Carlos Dunlap. And we'll see how things go. I'm going to lead the team the way it is for now, for the first season, see how far they can go, and then make some changes from there if need be. I'm setting the season goal right out the gate to win the Super Bowl because we have Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. We got Andy Reid at head coach. This team is probably going to be expected to make a Super Bowl run in real life, so that's what we're gunning for the first year. Here we are at the mid-season point, off to a decent start, I guess, 4-3, tied in second place in the division. Broncos are in the lead with 5-2 record. Chargers have a 4-3 record. Raiders are 2-4. Looking at players that we can potentially bring back. Juju Smith-Schuster, I'm not too sure. I might just hold off on him and see how he is at the end of the season. Orlando Brown, we definitely want to try to bring him back. We got $47 million in cap space. This guy wants 3 years, $44 million. Let's see. All right, he's coming back. Definitely got to shore up the left tackle spot. All right, McCole Hardman or Juju Smith-Schuster. We're going to have to make tough decisions. I'm going to wait this out and see. Rashad Fenton. I want to wait that out too because we're pretty slim on cap room here. Ronald Jones, I'm not going to bring him back. I would like to, but it doesn't make sense. You know, we don't need a potential number one back to be our backup running back. Be paying him that type of money whenever we already have Edwards-Helaire. Nadi, I think I do want to try to bring him back. He's a scheme fit. See how much he wants. We'll go ahead and offer him this deal. It's going to be 2 years, $16 million total on the cap hit. No long-term commitment, no deal. All right. Juan Thornhill, I am interested in bringing him back. Let's see, he's a scheme fit. Let's offer him this deal and see what he says. Nope. End of the regular season. In the first season, we went 10-7. We made it to the playoffs. I guess we didn't win the division. The Chargers won the tiebreaker, I'm assuming. We both went 10-7. The Broncos went 9-8. The Raiders went 6-11. It's an extremely tough division. All these teams are pretty dang good. Let's check out the season stats here. We have the 18th ranked offense. That's insane. Why is that so? I figured we'd be like top 5 at least. Defense 26. Now that's understandable. So let's see. Patrick Mahomes, 5,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. That's pretty good. 105 QB rating. Yeah, I'll take that any day. Running back, Ronald Jones was a starting running back. I don't know why, because I had Clyde Edwards-Helaire, so I guess maybe he got hurt. He only had 728 yards, 3.1 per carry, but he did have 9 touchdowns. Jerick McKinnon had 327 yards, 3.9 per carry with 3 touchdowns. I don't know why Edwards-Helaire wasn't the starter. I definitely had set him at there in the depth chart. Travis Kelce had almost 100 catches for 1,250 yards, 9 touchdowns. Mecole Hardman, 99 catches, 1,250 yards, 12 touchdowns. Pretty dang good. I did put him in the slot so he would get a lot more targets. I had Juju Smith-Schuster as a starter. He still got 64 catches for 851 yards, 6 touchdowns. Valdez-Scantling had 42 catches, 566 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So looks like I'm probably going to be bringing Mecole Hardman back and letting Juju Smith-Schuster walk. On defense, we got Nick Bolton leading the team in tackles with 107. TFLs, we had Chris Jones with 16, Nadi had 15, and Frank Clark had 11. We actually got some good sacks here. Chris Jones, 17 sacks at the defensive tackle position. That's amazing. Definitely would love to have that every single year from the defensive tackle position. That's like Aaron Donald type stuff. Frank Clark had 9.5 sacks. They had a pretty good year. Carlos Dunlap had 7 sacks. I don't know how. I had Carl Laftis as the starting defensive end, and also had him coming in at pass rush. So I don't know. I guess the computers mess with stuff. DeAndre Baker had 4 interceptions. McDuffie had 2. Willie Gay had 2. Rashad Fenton had 2. Jermaine Carter had 2, and then we had a couple of guys. The 2 starting safeties each had 1. Here we are in the playoff game. First quarter, we take a 7-0 lead. We're up 10-0 going into the second quarter. Indianapolis scored a touchdown, 10-7. Indianapolis took the lead, 14-10. Now they're up 21-10. It's not looking good. 24-10. Going into halftime, we scored a touchdown, 24-17. 24-24, tied up. Going into the fourth quarter, it's tied 31-31. 34-31, we're losing by 3. Kansas City scored a touchdown at the end in the fourth quarter. We're up 38-34. We win the game, 38-34, in an intense battle. Whew, that was a close one, man. I thought we were going to lose that one. Ended up making a comeback. 38-34 final. Moving on to the next round. I decided to check out the injury report after that game, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire was not starting at running back because he broke his femur, which is his leg, and he's out for 20 more weeks. So Valdez-Scantling got hurt. I don't know if he just got hurt in this past game or not, but he's out for 1 week with the MCL tear, and then also Justin Ross out for 3 weeks. Looking at the playoff bracket, we just beat the Colts 38-34. Now we're gonna be playing against the number 1 seed Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals. We got a bye week. The Bills barely beat the Browns, and then the Chargers beat the Ravens 24-21. So hopefully we can beat the Bengals and make it to the AFC Championship and play against either the Bills or the Chargers. Here we are in the next round of the playoffs, playing against the Bengals and Cincinnati. 7-7 in the first quarter. Cincinnati jumps to a 14-7 lead. 21-7 lead by Cincinnati. 21-14, we score a touchdown. 28-14 going into the third quarter. It's 28-21. 35-21. It looks like we might not win this game. 35-21 in the fourth. Pretty much nothing happened. Yep, we lost the game 35-21. Definitely got to work on our defense. Defense needs some help. We need to get some stops. 2022 season recap. The Chargers beat the Arizona Cardinals 35-28 in the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert won Super Bowl MVP. Chargers get their first ever Super Bowl championship. Dak Prescott won MVP of the regular season. Nick Sirianni of the Eagles won Coach of the Year. Cooper Kupp won Offensive Player of the Year with the Rams. Go figure, that never happens. DeMarcus Lawrence won Defensive Player of the Year with the Cowboys. Drake London won Offensive Rookie of the Year with the Falcons. And Kayvon Thibodeau won Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Giants. Backup quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, Chad Henne, retires after 15 years. Looking at players that we can re-sign before we go to free agency, there's a lot of guys I want to bring back, but unfortunately we only have $32 million in cap space. So I definitely want to bring back Mecole Hardman. We need to keep us a number 1 wide receiver. I guess he proved to me that he is actually a legit number 1. He had a great season, so he said he wanted more years last time, I think. Let's try a 4-year deal and see if that gets him. All right, he's coming back. What does that put us at cap space? We only got $18 million left, so pretty much can't do anything with it, that type of money. And there's a whole lot of guys, so there's gonna be a lot of turnover on this team, basically, especially on the low end part of the roster. I might try to bring back Nadi. Let's see, he wanted more years too earlier. Let's try 3-year deal. All right, he's coming back. So that's all I'm gonna do. We only got 9 million left, so maybe I'm gonna check out the salaries and see if there's anybody that we can like release to free up some cap space. So I'm looking at the team salaries, and I came over here to savings and sorted it to see who would give us the biggest amount of savings if we cut them or trade them. And Chris Jones is the biggest one with 20 million, but obviously I don't want to cut him because he's 93 overall. He's one of the best players we have on the defense. Frank Clark, he's an interesting one because if we did cut him or trade him, we would save $9 million in cap space. He's on the last year of his deal. He is 30 years old and he's down to 78 overall, but he did have 9.5 sacks for us last year, so he is still producing. So pretty much don't really want to cut or trade any of these guys, and we're just gonna have to deal with the very low cap space that we have. The person that's making the most money, obviously, is Patrick Mahomes on his $1 billion deal that he did. It wasn't actually $1 billion, but it was a lot. He's making $46 million this year. Frank Clark's gonna make $28 million next year. Yeah, this coming up season. Wow. Well, if we cut him, we'll save $9 million, but there was a penalty of $19.6 million, so that's why we're only gonna save $9 million. All right, I'm not gonna cut anybody. I'm just gonna roll with the team that we got. Try to do something in the draft, and we'll just have to deal with it. In free agency, I was only able to bring in Ronnie Harrison Jr. at strong safety. He's a scheme fit. He's only 26 years old. I was able to get him on a pretty cheap deal. His speed is only 86, which isn't great, but we needed something at strong safety. So we're gonna fill that spot with this guy, and then we only got $5 million left in cap space, so that's all we can do. Here in the first round of the draft, we have pick number 25. Since we went pretty deep into the playoffs, we need outside linebacker help, like big time. This guy, he's a run stopper. We know everything that he is, so we have 100% scouting on him. He's not necessarily like the fastest guy, and it says he has great speed and great acceleration, great change of direction, but he has B awareness, B block shed, A hit power, B impact blocking. He has A play rec, he has C man coverage, B pursuit, A tackle, B zone coverage. So we need to do something about the right outside linebacker or left outside linebacker spot, either one. So I'm drafting this guy. He has hidden dev. He's 6'2", 238. His speed's actually 84, which is not bad at all. I think that we got lucky with that pick. The second round of the draft, I'm looking at this cornerback, Juan Woodard. He's a scheme fit man to man. He is 23 years old, which is a little bit older than I like to draft, but at the same time, that means that he should be like decent overall because he's, has more experience than like a 21-year-old kid coming out of college. So maybe he can contribute like faster. He has a great acceleration. He runs a 4.43. Skills. Only thing that we really know is that he has B catching, he has C tackle, he has C man coverage, and C press. D play recognition, but everything else is pretty much just up in there. So I'm gonna take a chance on him and see if we can get us something here. He's a normal dev. That sucks. Looking at the draft recap, first round pick outside linebacker Biggers is a 72 overall, which is not ideal. I was hoping he was gonna be better, but at least he does have hidden dev, and he's only 21 years old. He has 83 tackle because it's taking a morale hit for some reason, down to 84 hit power, 84 speed. I think he's gonna be a pretty good player in the long run. The computer drafted this running back in the third round. He's a scheme fit receiving back, but he has hidden dev, which is great. He's a 69 overall. He's 5'8", 176 pounds, so he's a little bitty. He has 93 speed with only 59 break tackle. Here's the starting lineup for the second season. Offensive line is still looking great. We got Orlando Brown coming back at left tackle. We just re-signed him. We got 90 overall Thuney. We got Humphrey, 91 overall. We got Smith, right guard. He's 82 overall. And Nying, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. He went up to a star dev, which is good. Travis Kelce's up to a 99 overall. Patrick Mahomes is at 98 overall, superstar X Factor. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, we're going to see if he can actually play a few games this year without getting injured. But we had the rookie running back, the computer drafted for us in the 3rd round. Coming as a backup, he's 70 overall with hidden dev. McCole Hardman came back on a free agency deal, or we re-signed him. He's going to be the starting #1 receiver, 84 overall with star dev. I put Valdez Scantlin as wide receiver 2, and then we got Sky Moore, who was a rookie last year. He's going to be the 3rd receiver, but also I'm going to be putting him in the slot, so hopefully we can develop him and make him be the #2 receiver next year. Defensively, it's not too bad. I mean, I wish I could have made more moves as far as outside linebacker spots for sure. But we still have Nick Bolton coming back. We got 1st round pick Biggers starting out right outside linebacker with hidden dev. Willie Gaze over here at left outside linebacker. Rodney Harrison Jr. we brought in from free agency. He's going to be starting at strong safety. And then I moved Justin Reed over to free safety because he's a higher overall, 85. So we got Snead at cornerback 1. And McDuffie's cornerback 2 with the hidden dev, or he was a hidden dev last year, and now he's a star dev. And also Carl Laptis was a hidden dev, and he's a star. 90 came back on a free agency deal. We got Chris Jones coming back. He had a monster year for us last year with over 17.5 sacks, so hopefully we can get that from him again. Frank Clark's on the last year of his deal, decided not to cut him or trade him. We're just going to have him playing for us. Maybe he can get us another 10-sack season. Here we are at the halfway point of season 2. We are 5-2, second in the division to the Raiders, who are 6-1. The Broncos are 4-3. The Chargers are 3-4. Looks like we got a breakout wide receiver potential here. Can't see who it is because things glitching out. There's no picture, but it's gonna be McCole Hardman. Get him 3 touchdowns or 150 yards rushing and receiving. Okay. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we are going to simulate 1 week and see. We also have a breakout quarterback here, which I don't know what that means because Patrick Mahomes is already a 99 overall superstar X Factor, so how can he get any better? Are they going to push him up to 100? Oh, it's going to give him a significant amount of XP if he does it, so I'm going to go ahead and simulate a week, but first I'm going to check out if we can bring anybody back. We actually have 57 million in cap space, which is great to see. But that means we probably have some big name guys. Yep, Chris Jones, L'Jarius Sneed. All right, Chris Jones, I do want to bring him back for sure, but how much money does he want? Let's try a 2-year deal and see what he says. Oh, he's coming back, nice. So we got 34 million in cap space. I do want to bring L'Jarius Sneed back too. He's only 26 years old. Let's try this 3-year deal and see what he says. Come on, man. Who said he can find a better deal in free agency? Okay. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I'm going to wait till the end of the season and see if he actually stays healthy or not. Frank Clark. Man, he's been good, but I don't know how to think about it. Simulated to the next week. We did beat the Patriots 24-20. We're going to see if we got these breakout opportunities or not. Proud of my performance today, but it wasn't up to my personal standards, so we didn't get it for McCole Hardman. And then Patrick Mahomes, let's see what he got. Not too much. He made it known that he had hoped to have a better day, but at the end of the day, winning is what we aim to do each week, and we got the job done. So he didn't get his either. No dev upgrade. What? Why was there gonna be a dev upgrade? Did he fall back down? Let's look at the lineup real quick. He should be a superstar X Factor. Yeah, he's a superstar X Factor, so how is he gonna have a dev upgrade? That doesn't make any sense at all. At the end of the second season, we went 13-4, and it looks like we won the division because we don't have a scheduled playoff game right now. I'll look at the playoff bracket real quick. Yeah, we got a bye week. We're gonna be playing against either Baltimore or Denver. All right, let's go check out the stats. We have the 5th ranked offense, definitely better than 18th last year. Defense 11th. Dang, the defense came up big, even though we didn't really have a lot of good players. 5,399 passing yards for Patrick Mahomes with 42 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 67% completion rating, 111.6 QB rating. Very nice, very nice. Clyde Edwards-Helaire actually stayed healthy for most of the season, it appears, because he had 853 yards with 3.8 per carry, 8 touchdowns. Rookie running back Amari Phillips had 409 yards, only 3.1 per carry with 6 touchdowns. Pretty decent touchdown. McCole Hardman had 75 catches, 1,364 yards, 18 yards per catch with 16 touchdowns. Travis Kelce, 1,326 yards on 8 touchdowns. Valdez Scanlon had 1,000 yards exactly, 1,003, 4 touchdowns. Sky Moore, 812 yards, 6 touchdowns. And then even Edwards-Helaire had 378 yards receiving with the touchdown. Nice, very nice. Defensively, Nick Bolton led the team in tackles with 108. L'Jarius Sneed had 97. TFL's Chris Jones had 14. Frank Clark had 14 sacks. Chris Jones had 17 sacks again. I think he had 17 and a half last year. Frank Clark did put up 6.5. That's decent. I was hoping to get about 10 from him. Willie Gay had 3.5 sacks. Kane Dongo had 2.5 sacks. I don't know why Carl Aptis didn't get any sacks. He only had 1. But it is what it is. Interceptions, L'Jarius Sneed had 4. Brian Cook had 2. Rookie linebacker we drafted, Jeremiah Biggers, had 59 tackles, half a sack, 2 interceptions. Ronnie Harrison Jr. had 2 interceptions, and then we had a few other guys with 1 interception. So defense actually did pretty good. I was surprised. Colts ended up beating the Ravens 38-27, so we're going to be playing against the Broncos in the divisional round. And then on the other side, we have the Raiders against the Bengals. Here we are in the playoff game. We're up 7-0 in the first quarter. Denver kicked a field goal. Now it's 14-3. We're winning. 21-3. We're in. Got a pretty good lead. Denver scored a touchdown, 21-10. Now we scored 28-10. Going into the third, 31-10. Going into the fourth quarter, we're up 31-17. And we hold them off 38-17, 38-24. Won the playoff game. Nice. Going to the conference championship. We got to play at home this year, and I guess it made a big difference. On to the next round, 38-21. The Bengals ended up beating the Raiders 31-28. We're going to be playing against the Bengals in the AFC Championship game. They knocked us out of the round last year in the divisional spot, so we're looking for revenge. Here we are in the divisional championship, conference championship. Bengals jump up to a 7-0 lead. We tied at 7-7 in the second quarter. We take a 14-7 lead. Bengals kick a field goal, it's 14-10. They kick another field goal, it's 14-13. We're up 21-13 now. Going into the fourth quarter, we're up 31-13. We got the win. We're going to the Super Bowl in year 2. In a rainy game, it looks nasty out there. Super Bowl bound, 31-13. So the Falcons beat the 49ers 24-17 in the NFC Championship game. We're going to be playing against the Falcons in the Super Bowl. We got McCole Hardman came up to a superstar, and he has 90 overall. Sky Moore's up to 81 overall. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is up to 85 overall. Amari Phillips, a rookie running back, that's a backup with 76 overall. Star Dev, Nying is up to 74 overall. Defensively, oh look, Biggers is star dev or superstar dev, 79 overall. He's the first round draft pick that we had. Justin Reed's up to 87. Defensively, L'Jarius Sneed a superstar, 86 overall. Carl Aptis is up to 82. Team's looking pretty good. Obviously, we have a weak spot here at this position, but that's what we got for now. Here we are in the Super Bowl. Let's get this trophy. Down 7-0 to start the game off. Still 7-0 in the second quarter. We scored a touchdown, tied up 7-7. Atlanta scored a field goal and a touchdown. Now 17-14. Atlanta's winning. We're up 21-17, 21-20. This is a close game. Atlanta takes the lead 28-21. We tied it up 28-28. Atlanta kicks the field goal 31-28. 35-31. We won the game 35-31 at the very last second. Awesome. We got the dub. Super Bowl champs.
Incredible. The accomplishment forever.
Patrick Mahomes got him another one. His helmet's all scratched up. We beat the Atlanta Falcons 35-31 in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes won MVP of the Super Bowl. Dak Prescott won MVP of the regular season. Mike McCarthy won Coach of the Year with the Cowboys. Jonathan Taylor won Offensive Player of the Year with the Colts. Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year with the Rams. Figure out if we want to try to bring somebody back. L'Jarius Sneed, I do want to bring him back, but he wanted a bigger deal. Let's see. Let's try to offer him a player-friendly deal and see what he says. He's coming back. Nice. We definitely need him. We want to try to repeat that Super Bowl run. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Man, I'm really not sure. I think I'm just going to let him walk. We only got $23 million in cap space, so I'm going to let that rookie running back we drafted be the starter. Why not? Frank Clark, he fell off a lot. He's down to 74 overall. I think I'm just going to let him walk. Willie Gay, I think I'm going to let him walk. That's going to be it. I think I'm actually might bring back this left outside linebacker. He's a scheme fit, just so we have a little bit of depth. He wants to go to a new team. All right, well, never mind him. Okay, so I'm checking out the team salaries, trying to see if there's anybody that we can get rid of to free up some cap space. We got Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Marquez Valdes-Scantling is going to save us $12 million in cap space if we cut him. He's only a 78 overall. I think he's a normal dev, 29 years old. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and release him outright, so we can free up $12 million in cap space. Have a little bit more money to spend. Let some younger guys get some opportunity going into free agency. So I went through free agency. I actually ended up bringing in Cam Akers at running back. He's an 89 overall. We also brought in Jonathan Grenard at right end, and we had to bring Willie Gay back at right outside linebacker because there really wasn't too many options. There was a bunch of players that were older and slower, or they were different schemes, so they're like Russian outside linebackers, but this is what we got. So I'm looking at this left outside linebacker, Noah Levy. I know it says that he's like projected to be a second or third round pick, but he's a scheme fit. He's 21 years old. And he has elite change of direction with elite speed for his position. He has B awareness, B catching. He has A tackle, B hit power, B pursuit. So I'm about to draft him. He has a hidden dev, 86 speed. That's great. Draft recap. First round picks a 71 overall. It's not really that great, but he does have hidden dev. He has 86 speed, 82 tackle. That's down 2 for morale hit for some reason. Not a bad pick. The computer drafted all the rest of these guys. There wasn't any hidden devs, so I'm up for the team for the third season. This is going to be the final season of this rebuild. Since we already won one Super Bowl, I'm going to try to repeat with this season right here. Patrick Mahomes still a 99 overall superstar X Factor. We got Cam Akers as a starting running back. He's a 90 overall star dev. Amari Phillips, the rookie running back we drafted last year. Well, the computer drafted him. He dropped down to normal dev, 76 overall. McCole Hardman's up to a 90 overall superstar. Sky Moore is at 81 overall with normal dev, and then we got Ross at third receiver. Offensive line is still beasting out. Nying is up to a 76. Kelsey's down to a 97. He's like 34 years old, so I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna start falling off pretty quick, but he's still holding his overall pretty decently. Defensively, we got first round pick Levy starting at right outside linebacker because he's a scheme fit and he's hidden dev. So we got Nick Bolton holding down the defense, 86 overall star dev. Biggers is at left outside linebacker, 79 overall star dev. Harrison Jr. at strong safety. Justin Reed at free safety. So we got L'Jarius Sneed at starting corner number 1. He's a superstar, 87 overall. Got Gernard coming over in free agency. Chris Jones, 97 overall superstar X Factor. Nadi is at 84. Karlaftis is at 83, and McDuffie is at 85 star dev. Here at the midseason point of season 3, we are 6-1, leading the division, off to a great start. I'll check out the players that we can bring back, even though we're not going to do another season. But Creed Humphreys, 92 overall, he's going to be a free agent. Harrison Butker, he won Kicker of the Year one year in the awards. I've been checking the awards every year, but nobody's been winning anything except for the kicker, which is crazy. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be addressed on this team. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starters that are probably going to be wanting some big money. We only got $52 million in cap space. So let's see if I bring this guy back on a 3-year deal. He doesn't want a short deal, he wants a long deal. All right, let's see about the punter, 3-year deal. He's coming back. Justin Reed, he's been good for us. Let's see what he wants. 4 years, $54 million. All right, why not? Give money to everybody. Nick Bolton, he's only 24 years old. Dang, dude's a beast. Young. He's coming back. Trey Smith, I definitely want to bring him back. How much cap space we got? Oh, we only got $4 million left. 15 million. All right, well, I'm just gonna leave it right there. Into the regular season, we went 12-5, won the division. It looks like we had a good enough record to get a first round bye. We sure did. So we got a first round bye. We're gonna be playing against either Jacksonville or Tennessee. Let's check out the season stats. 11th ranked offense. Defensively, we were 5th ranked, so defense is actually stronger. Patrick Mahomes had 4,700 yards, 39 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. That's an insane season and touchdown to interception ratio. 68% completion, 110 QB rating. Rushing, Cam Akers had 1,000 yards, 4.7 per K, 15 touchdowns. So that's definitely the best output we ever had from a running back, or a starting running back. McCole Hardman continues to be a beast. 98 catches, 1,266 yards, 12 touchdowns. Travis Kelce, 34 years old, had 103 catches, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Sky Moore, 965 yards with 5 touchdowns. And Justin Ross had 640 yards with 7 touchdowns. Defensively, Nick Bolton holding down on the tackles, 136. Willie Gay, 116. TFLs, Chris Jones, 18. Grenard had 13. And Nadi had 10. Sacks. Jonathan Grenard led the team in sacks with 16.5. Chris Jones still had 10 from the defensive tackle spot. Luke Moore, rookie, had 3.5. Nadi had 3. Willie Gay had 3. Bolton had 3. Interceptions, L'Jarius Sneed had 4. Justin Reed had 3. McDuffie had 2. A few other guys had 1. So we were going to be playing against the Raiders. I don't know why I was saying that we're going to play against either Jacksonville or Tennessee, because when you have the bye week, you play against whoever the lowest remaining seed is. So my bad on that. We're going to play against the Raiders. The Raiders beat the Bengals 49-38. I think that was a high-scoring game. And then we got the Jaguars and the Bills down here. So hopefully we play against one of them in the AFC Championship and try to get 2 Super Bowls in a row. Here we are in the divisional playoff game. Off to a slow start. Nobody's doing anything. The whole first quarter, 0 scores. Still nothing going on. Las Vegas scores 3-0. Going into halftime, we took a 7-3 lead. 10-7, we're losing. 17-7, we're losing. Come on, 20-7. What the heck? What's going on, Kansas City? 20-14. We're trying to come back. 23-14. 23-20 is the final score. We lost the playoffs against the Las Vegas Raiders in the divisional round. Crazy way to end it. I thought we were gonna be able to beat them for sure, but that's why NFL is the way it is. It's parity. You gotta play the games in order to see who wins. 23-21, lost by 2. 2024 season recap: the Jacksonville Jaguars beat Tampa Bay Buccaneers 34-17 in the Super Bowl. The Battle of Florida: Trevor Lawrence won Super Bowl MVP. Colin Hardy with the Buccaneers won NFL MVP, so I'm guessing that's a quarterback that they drafted after Tom Brady retired. Kyle Shanahan won Coach of the Year with the 49ers. Cooper Kupp won Offensive Player of the Year with the Rams. He wins it like every year in every rebuild that I do, except for maybe once or twice he didn't win it. Aaron Donald, same thing, won Defensive Player of the Year with the Rams. He wins it almost every time. It's crazy. This is what the final team looks like. It's been a really pretty good, solid offense though the entire time. The offensive line, I'm surprised that I didn't realize how good Kansas City's offense was. Personally, I didn't know that, but they have a really good offensive line. McCole Hardman came out beasting. At the first season, I said that I wasn't sure if he was a number 1 receiver or not, but I was proven wrong. He's a 93 overall superstar dev now. Cam Akers is up to 94 overall star dev. Defensively, we made some changes on it, but mostly it's the players that they had already. Nick Bolton looks like he's going to be a beast. I mean, he's only, I think, 25 now in this part of the rebuild, but he can probably play for another 10 years. Justin Reed's up to a superstar, 88 overall. Lil Jarius needs a 89 overall superstar. I think it was a pretty good overall. Wish we could have won more Super Bowls, but it is what it is. If y'all like the content I'm putting out, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave something in the comments. I know some of y'all are saying that the volume is kind of low. I'm working on that, trying to get it straightened out. I just got to figure out the levels on this. I don't want to turn it up too loud and blow everyone's eardrums out, but I do appreciate y'all letting me know. And anything else y'all have questions about, or y'all want to tell me something that y'all want me to change, just let me know. I appreciate it. Thanks.